personnel or unit, like the defense has really come together faster or better? Is there anything else you can share on the development of either side of the ball?
Yeah, I'm just thinking when you ask that question, because I guess what I've seen is this. The offense was so far ahead, and they should have been, and pushed the offense hard, not to be challenged by the defense, but to make the offense what it needs to be and what it can be. It could be a very high-powered offense. As far as when I say that, be careful how y'all write it. It could be a very productive offense with what they do, and because I see Aaron, I see Tyvis, I see Doris, I see three high-caliber players there. I see an offensive line with depth and talent and size, and I know what's coming in the freshman group. So I think they have ways to spread the field, to move the ball, and to do different things throughout the season. Defense, everything good about the offense, it showed that the defense lacked experience. And that's what we've worked hard at, is trying to teach them what it takes to be a great defense. And Carter probably had the best comment, because he got agitated, because the older guys that understand what we want from our defense, they know how you have to play it and the attitude you got to play it with. And you got to learn that. You just don't run out there and just because you slap a helmet on think you're going to play to that level. And we just mentioned all the guys we lost, and they're in the draft. So you just don't walk in and start playing that level of football. You have to have a mindset. You have to be able to come to work, and you have to be able to get corrected and go back and do it again, and have a short-term memory, because it's going to be there's going to be blood drawn, and there's going to be some hits out there. So when we get to that stage and play that way, then we'll play better defense. So that's the experience that they have to have, and we can generate that through practice. Because by the time it hits game day, it's too late then. Either they are or they aren't. So as a group last week, offense came out, killed the defense the first couple weeks. Absolutely killed them. Walked up and down the field like defense wasn't out there. And then last week, defense got agitated, and after I watched the tape of Saturday's short scrimmage, defense did a nice job. Defense, I wouldn't say they won the scrimmage, but they did a lot better, because they took on the challenge of what happened the previous week, and really stepped their game up of how they played, not by calls, but more by the way they played defense that particular day. So there was progress, and that's all that we need right now, is continued progress, so we can show that tape to them, say here's last week and here's this week. That's why we do what we do, and the progress you made because of it. So yeah, so pleased that way.
Where are you at in the kicking game?
That's interesting, because we got the same kicking battle going on. Easley came in as the initial. He got the first round of kicks and was doing okay, and then we wanted to make sure we got probably 3 or 4 other kickers out there. So once we started working them in, the one that's kind of rose to the occasion is Austin, and man, he's a lefty, and he's got a super strong leg. He's been consistent, and when stress is created, he seems to live through it a little bit better. So we'll continue to create that stress, because I want to see what he's like, because he's brand new to me. I didn't even know. I knew, of course, we knew him, but this was his real first opportunity to be on the field in that kind of situation, and he has gotten better each week, and he keeps showing up. So yeah, I'd say he and Matt Easley are side by side on a depth chart as far as the kicking goes. And then of course the punting, Carter, who's our punter? Cooter, I'm sorry. I was thinking of Carter. It's Cooter. Okay, Sam Cooter is doing a nice job, and then Coons is also doing a nice job. I mean, he can really nail the ball. He's been playing receiver for us, so he showed up as a receiver because we needed legs, and he's very athletic. So he's became a real nice receiver for us. And then knowing that, I think he just gives us another dimension that he could possibly travel as a backup receiver and be that punter that I'm always concerned about dressing and not dressing once they get to conference games. So if he can handle 2 roles like that, he becomes very valuable on a depth chart once you only get to carry 60 guys on a roster for conference games.
Have you found any tight ends in that group of guys to help up?
Yeah, you said the guy that stood out is Elias. Elias Nissen has done a great job. Elias has really came along Really super. He's done super job. Yeah, great knowledge, better understanding, very athletic. Yeah, he's probably the one that, now you say that, I'd say he stood out the most as progressive, and we needed him to. So he's done a really nice job.
Is Clint Heaven still, or is that linebacker
Yeah.
that came in, is he still?
Yeah, he's still around, but it's disaster after disaster strikes him. I mean, he blew his knee, ACL'd, and then came back last year, and the same thing, had to go do surgery on it again, and just started running, jogging, like last week from that. Where you get a Dalton Demos who's been through 2 ACLs, and he's out there running around like a deer, and you're worried about that he might tear it again, whereas whatever happened to him is a little bit different. It's not the same. So he just started jogging last week, so it just has been setback after setback, and he's tried to battle through it, and yet, yes, he is around trying to battle through it. Anybody else? All right, thanks.